Hi everybody, this is the video review for the Starrylight DMX diving flashlight. A special thanks to TOMTOP for providing this flashlight and a pair of batteries to go with it. The batteries that they gave me were the Trustfire 26650 IMR high drain rechargeable lithium ions. So there's one here, there's one inside the light. Plenty of battery for using this flashlight. Let's get started with the manufacturer's specs. It's made of aircraft grade aluminum. The whole body is, so everything is aluminum. Inside is the Cree XML2 U2 emitter, as you can see. It's got a polished smooth reflector to maximize the throw. Sits fairly deep in there, not too bad. And you'll see the beam shots later. It says that the max lumens is 850. It says there's 3 modes, but actually it uses a stepless switch, and so as I'll demonstrate now, it doesn't really have set modes. So right now it's off, but if I kind of slowly just inch my way up on the switch, it actually is on right now. You can see it's pretty low. I have it compared to some of my other flashlights that are rated at about 1 lumen. This is much lower than that. So you can see that it is on, and it goes all the way up to the 850 lumens, which kind of just washes everything out right now with my camera. As you can see, there's also a little bit of pulse width modulation, so you're going to get a little bit of stuff on the camera right here. You'll see that kind of that flashing stuff. I'm not susceptible to it, but others that are might think it's a little annoying, but I don't really have any problem with that. This is also rated to do 50 meters underwater. I do not have a place to test out the 50 meters, but I'll post a link in the bottom of this video to my my written review, and I do test it in a water basin. Left it in there for about 30 minutes, and with the light on, slid the switch back and forth, and everything worked just fine. So let's take a look at the flashlight a little bit more in detail. And as you can see, there are plenty of threads to work through just to get this tail cap off. Pretty nice spring in the back right there. Everything was really nice and clean. There were absolutely no blemishes on this flashlight that I could find. Nothing from even just a speck of dust to scratches. Just immaculate. You can see, maybe if the camera can focus a little bit. There we go. You can see some of the threading. There are just lots of threads. They don't look like square cut threads. They look more triangular. But nevertheless, it is a lot of threading to keep it more watertight. And you can also see double O-rings. The threads came a little bit dry, but nothing a little bit of lube couldn't fix. Here's the battery, as you can see. Battery is in there. Tiny bit of rattle, but not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Just to kind of show you what it would look like if you had the battery adapter for the 18650 lithium ion battery in there. Have the adapter, and then you have the battery. So this does have a little bit more rattle, but because this the tail cap spring is just so huge, it works just fine in depressing the battery and keeping everything nice and tight in there. And probably can't see down in there. Maybe I can get another light to show you. But that is the driver down there. It's actually held down with about 4 little screws, and the head of the flashlight is pretty well secured. I tried to undo this, but I didn't try too hard because I didn't want to break the flashlight and potentially damage any kind of waterproofing that it has. But it's really a well built flashlight. Let's put the battery back in, tail cap on, and turn for about 5 minutes before you can actually get it all the way down, past the first O-ring, past the second one, still going, and there. Now it's all set. As you can see, there are heat sink fins on the front of the head. Not super deep, but honestly, if this is going to be used for diving or water usage, I mean, this light is going to stay pretty cool, and the heat dissipation is not going to be an issue. However, if you do use this as a regular kind of outdoor camping light, this is actually still a decent amount of finning to kind of dissipate the heat. Now, it's more than some other lights would offer at the output that this flashlight can do. So you have your lanyard hole, and as you can see in the back, it is a flat back. So the flashlight does, in fact, tail stand. Ta-da! So it stands all by itself. It can do that. And again, this is the stepless switch. It really is amazing. This was kind of the biggest surprise that I thought. There are no flashy modes, so you don't have to deal with, you know, cycling through something and then accidentally hitting strobe or some SOS function. This really does just go from super low. Maybe I can get that kind of ultra moonlit mode again. See, it is on. It's super low, all the way to max brightness, and it just slowly dims and brightens at however much you want to do with this switch. And it's actually a very sturdy switch. It's not loose, so it's not going to just keep on sliding up and down. Like, even kind of just tapping it like this, it stays exactly where it is. And that's important, especially if you really are using this as a dive light. You want it to be where it is, because your life might depend on it. So this is very nice, very well built switch. So yeah, let's take a look at the beam shots and just see how well this performs in darkness. Alright guys, we're in my dark living room, and I'm going to show you the DXM flashlight. I'm going to try to get it onto the kind of like a moonlight mode and see if we can get that going. So as you can see, it really is on. It's on, even though you're not going to see anything on this front wall over here, but it is on, and it is in fact working. Okay, so I'm going to try to slide this up as smoothly as possible so you can really get a feel for how incremental this this flashlight is. As you can see, again, there is that PWM. Not too bad, not as bad as some of the other flashlights that I have, but I'm still kind of working my way up to the max, 850 lumens. I compared it to another flashlight of mine, and it doesn't seem to really make it to 850. I mean, I can't really tell because I don't have a light meter or anything, but it's not as close. It's probably 100 or 150 lumens less than the manufacturer rated lumens, but this is still plenty of light coming out on this. You can see there's actually a pretty good hot spot. It is a little bit ringy, you can't really see, but there's like a second outer ring of light. When you get to the outside, there's one more ring of light, and that's probably just the light reflecting off of the bezel. Bezel's kind of cut on an angle towards the front, so that's probably what you're seeing is just the reflection off of that angled bezel. So again, just nice and just controlled. You can really just vary it to be as bright as you want it to be. And even if you slide the switch from nothing all the way to on, it's still brightens it in a very smooth transition. It doesn't just flare it up immediately. There's actually a really nice gradual increase in brightness. And same thing with the delay. When you're kind of bringing it down, I'm sliding this pretty fast, and as you can see, it's still really smooth. So overall, I'm really happy with this light, and it performs much better than I had thought it would. I know the other Starrylight 4AA battery light was really popular. Had some issues with the threading from the metal head going into the plastic body, but this really has been a standout light, and just fantastic budget range. I think right now it's about $15 at the time of posting this video, at like 12 or 13% off on the website. So just a budget light for $15. This is pretty fantastic. Able to take 2 different kinds of batteries. Just very bright, very versatile. No funny stuff with the flashing modes. Just a straight usable flashlight. So Starrylight DXM. Check the links on the bottom if you like it. Links to where you can get it at TOMTOP. And thanks for watching, everybody.